Now this might seem random, and you know what? It is. It might also feel pretty pointless because the Year of the Varg came out 4 years ago, and that argument can definitely be made. But trust me, there are some reasons behind the madness here today. Not only have people been asking me to cover the Year of the Varg for years, even as recent as a couple weeks ago, I was simply looking at the world generation settings again the other day and reminded myself that we now have the ability to turn on every single event that Don't Starve Together has ever seen at any point, at any time, all at once. So then, what if somebody saw all these, turned all of them on, tried to do Year of the Varg stuff, and had no flippin' idea what was happening? That is the genesis of today's video, folks. And I get it, it's gonna be a video that probably doesn't help too many folk out there. But, technically speaking, this is new content, as I never covered the Year of the Varg, cause I wasn't a YouTuber back then. And as always, to kick off the festivities, we need a shrine. The Varg Shrine to be exact, everybody. One of the first shrines we've ever seen. And I have to admit that I only just now noticed that if you don't know what to offer these shrines, character examinations will give you a pretty darn big hint. So to get the shrine working in our favor, we need to give it a torch. Now I know what you're thinking. Torches don't last very long, and you're right. And unfortunately, that does mean we'll have to keep giving this thing torches if we want to keep making the shrine stuff. Thankfully, however, when we do put a torch in this thing, it actually works like a torch, which is kind of neat, and it lasts for about 6 minutes, give or take, which I guess is good, but compared to more recent Year of events, where offerings last a lot longer, yeah, let's just remember that this is only the second Year of that Clay ever did. But hold up, Beard. The heck we doing at a suspicious dirt pile? Were we not just about to talk about the shrine? Don't worry, we will. But there's also a main event in this Year of event, and it has to do with hunts. Word of warning, however. The only way we're going to be coming across these special set pieces is if there is an active shrine in the world. Again, I repeat, you will not get this special upcoming hunt surprise if there is not a shrine active in the world. So my advice, when you find a suspicious dirt pile, build another shrine, give it another torch, because you only got 6 minutes to do both. And the special surprise in question, you ask? None other than Clay Vargs, everybody. And also, Clay Hounds. Now, there's a difference in numbers now and then, but for the most part, this is the kind of intimidating set piece you're going to be running into on your new Year of the Varg hunts. And they're not just for show, by the way. Stay near them a little bit, and they all wake up. Oh my goodness. Yep, it's not great. It's honestly really not great. The little guys, 20 damage, 150 health. The big guy, 1800 damage, 50 health. This is bad, everybody. This is bad. And trust me, they are persistent sons of guns, everybody. I'm not 110% convinced of this, but I'm fairly certain they can follow us indefinitely. Cause here's the thing, even if they do get distracted, like they just did with either frogs and or bees, they just immediately come back to the Clay leader and they're right back on your bum. So my advice, you need something bigger. And once you do get them separated, here's the good news. This big guy cannot spawn anymore. So, you get this guy alone, I think you're gonna be okay. Almost the same mechanics as Varg's, definitely the same damage and health as Varg's, but not quite the same loot as Varg's, everybody. We're gonna have a chance to get some Hound Teeth, but since this is a Year of event, we get red pouches when dealing with these guys in order to get lucky gold nuggets. The big Vargs will drop 4 to 6 pouches with 1 to 2 Hound Teeth. The small guys will have only a 20% chance to drop red pouches and like a mere 10% chance at Hound Teeth. it's kinda garbage. By the way, did I mention that they can't be put to sleep? Because, they can't. So if you're wondering if there was an easier way to get them separated, there kinda isn't. Unless maybe you put them in ice. But yeah, pan flute ain't gonna work. It's pretty brutal, everybody. I mean, I see a lot of people complaining nowadays that clay has gone soft and Don't Stuff Together has gotten too easy. But if you know what events to turn on, things can get pretty cheeky pretty fast. But yes, after all that, let's talk the new shrine stuff. First up, the Lucky Whistle. All whistles have 10 uses, everybody, and when you play it, all hounds nearby suddenly become man's best friend for a solid 40 seconds, everybody. 40 seconds! That is not nothing. But there is a limit, everybody. You can't have unlimited hound followers. So, you're gonna have some hounds who are still gonna wanna bite your face off in your own pack, if you know what I mean. But they will fight whatever you fight, so be aware of that. And very likely the best news of the day, the Lucky Whistle will indeed work. Will indeed work on clay Vargs. But again, it's not foolproof. It is not foolproof whatsoever. You're still gonna have some difficulty, but if you need to kinda tame them a bit, turn them on their own clay Varg, Lucky Whistles are how you do it. But other than that, folks, the rest of the new stuff really only comes down to statues, like the clay hound figure sketches here in all 3 of their forms. And finally, the clay Varg figure sketch itself with all 3 of its materials for you to see right here. The rest of this stuff is just stuff we've seen throughout all these years, like firecrackers, just fun gimmicks. They're literally firecrackers, people. I don't know what to tell ya. Red lanterns are literally red lanterns that last for a pretty darn long time, but cannot be refueled, mind you. Who would have guessed that floating lanterns are literally floating lanterns? And honestly, it's one of the neater things in this game, but, you know, I don't really see all that many people actually using them. And finally, the Lucky Beast stuff. They're pretty much all the same depending on what you put. They're pretty much all the same depending on what you put on. But when you go to dance with these things on, everybody, you just get a fun, little, unique dance. That's pretty much it. And that goes for literally any piece of the body that you put on. Yep, that's pretty much it. But before we go, a bit of nostalgia, everybody, especially for those who were maybe not around when this event dropped all them years ago. We had several skins to come with it. A couple Vargling skins. We got the puppy hat skin for the winter hat. We got the puppy cat for the cat cap. And we even got the war hound helmets for the football helmets. It was neat stuff for such an early event. And there you have it, everyone, an admittedly very random guide on the year of the Varg Event, all the way back from 2018. Again, I had absolutely zero intentions of doing anything related to this event or anything like this before, but I saw the event page here on the world settings, I remembered some comments, I threw it all together, and here we are. And you know, it was actually kind of fun returning to all them years back and remembering just how ridiculously tough the year of the Varg could get. The clay Vargs were cool, the clay hounds were definitely tough, and that Lucky Whistle is pretty darn neat. I hope you enjoyed this trip down memory lane with me, and who knows, maybe we'll do it again soon. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.